Hello, every whale! What? I wanted to be assertive, because I usually spend so much time bumbling around with my intro, and that takes me a while to get to the point of I'm spinning the wheel. Well, I'm Tessellating Hexagons. This is Wario Land 4, slightly randomised, as I'm sure you could have inferred by now. And this is Mystic Lake. I'm not entirely sure what much can be for say about this level, because I find the Emerald Passage not like it's not mathematically possible for it to be mostly forgettable given my parameters here, but I remember Palm Tree Paradise easily enough because, well, it's the first level of the game. It's a nice sort of introductory thing to the game. You know, it teaches you the game mechanics and all that. And then I remember Wildflower Fields fairly nicely because it's got really shit music. But then, from then onwards, I remember, yes, there's this level which is nice and, you know, pleasant and placid or whatever, and then there's the one after it as well, which is nice aesthetically, but overall, the latter half of this passage isn't really much to write home about. It's just sort of, they are levels that level. Now, I remember this, like, as a child, having unnecessary amounts of stress with this puzzle, and it seems simple enough to just throw him over here, and then I don't know, I'm presuming throw him up? But they just bounces back. Yes, I remember this being a load of shit. But how supposed to do? Well, I could just throw him like that, but he doesn't bounce hard enough or far enough. I'll improvise for a bit, and if I have no joy, then I'll just cut all this out. There we go! Was that really so difficult, child me? We've established that in the past you were a turd nerdler, now we've established that you're also I don't know, no, that's not fair. No, I'm gonna stay silent until I think of something funny to say. Undulating westerly burp. As opposed to what? Like, what would a westerly burp... I suppose it would smell of McDonald's, just throwing that out there. As opposed to an easterly burp, where it would come out as burp death, or something like that. That's gonna inevitably sound racist. Now, have I mentioned already, this is the level I had in mind when I mentioned before that there are some levels that use those bubble, quote-unquote, power-ups as a trap gimmick sort of thing. Where instead of having a proper application for them, this level uses them as, okay, rude, how dare you take away so many of my hearts? And my money. Actually, no, that's the only thing I'm complaining about here. My money! Fuck off! I want my money! Well, I'm surprised they didn't despawn after a fall that long, but I am offended that it made me drop so much money. Rude little fishy bastard. Still not the first time I've had a run-in with a rude fishy bastard on this channel. Undyne, am I right? Now, I'm not sure which way is correct way for to go. Because there's up, rather, and then there's right. I think that's the first time I've managed to get up and down confused. I mean, left and right is kind of typical of my generation to get those directions mixed up, but up and down, really? But yeah, somewhere in this level, presumably towards the fold, they start using bubbles as a means of slowing you down, because obstacle. Also, you might notice that there are some empty holes in the walls here, where, you know, some of them have these fish monsters in, and some of them don't. Well, that's just their way of preparing for the harder modes of the game, where they put monsters in all of them, or almost all of them, depending on whether you're on hard mode or super hard mode. And as I said, I don't know... I'm presuming you just beat the game on hard mode to unlock super hard, but I've never done that. Not because it's too hard for me, but just because I've never actually bothered to try. But, oh yes, did I mention, I've gone on for several episodes about how these collectibles are required in the harder modes. Well, okay, but they're obviously where the required collectibles are on easy modes. Okay, let me just start this train of thought again. So, there are things like that diamond there, where there are required collectibles in the harder modes, it should then stand to reason that in the harder modes, where the required collectibles are in the easier modes, there is non-required... Like, where we find required collectibles in this mode, which I keep referring to as easy, it's normal difficulty, officially. But I don't know why I had to concentrate so much there. But on this difficulty, there's required collectibles. If you go to those same places in the harder modes, then there'll either be stuff like diamonds or nothing at all. So, like for instance right here, this is required for us, but there might be something here in a harder mode that's actually either nothing or a diamond or something, I don't know. Also, if you bounce like this for too long before jumping, it'll just throw you out of that mode, that form. So, there's a time limit on that particular power-up. Now then, here, we see bubbles that push you beyond these little barricades that you can go up through but not down through, which I've never understood that in video games. I mean, well, no, I understand it as a concept. What I don't understand it as is an actual thing. Like, it's a willing suspension of disbelief. Because, first of all, how do these little walls work in the first place, or floors or whatever? And thereafter, if a character could just slink up through them, why can they not slink down through them in the same way? You feel me? But yeah, can you imagine just how much of a nuisance it's going to be? Because you have some control, but it's very limited, and you can't stop going up. Do you imagine how much of a nightmare it's going to be getting back through here on the backwards pass, if indeed we have to, because there are some... Yeah, no, you can't attack me because there weren't any eyes in that hole. I am offended that you even think that's an acceptable way of playing, you silly fluvable sausage game. There were some syllables in there that sort of kind of sound a little bit like words. Is there anything... See, I want to go the wrong way now, just to see if there's anything up there, like money or whatever. Nope, it was just a trap, except it wasn't a trap because those currents, that's the one thing that the bubbles can do for you. They can get you past these currents, which otherwise are completely impassable. So, yay, nuisance power-up that isn't completely nuisance. That's surprisingly good game design. Just something for people like me to consider, I suppose, because I'm a game designer. Fish. Fish. No, 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 no. I attacked that first fish, and it damaged me despite the fact that I was attacking it correctly. Game, go and smack yourself on the arse with a very sharp, flat, wide banana. Don't know where that came from. Now then. Ah, this is a fun one. This is... Well... Oh no, it's not. It's not the one I thought it was. There's one like this, which you could affectionately refer to as the golden shower, because you get a load of enemies into a pool of water like that, and then stand at the bottom, and all the money sort of rains down in on top of you. And this one, you just have to get onto that by the time Professor Arsehole there reaches the bottom of the tank, because you need to use this platform to get onto that ladder, but if these blocks are solid, those ones aren't, and vice versa, so you see how it works. Yeah. Oh, and here's the fold. I thought the fold was in there. Well, nice little demonstration here. Not only does it show you where the key is, but also that there's that frog thing on the right. Well, flipping the switch shows us that folding the level turns off the currents. And where did we see a current? At the bottom of the no tank, which I shall call it now. And there's this, some sort of octopus-ass thing. I don't know, I'm not really paying attention to what it is, I'm paying attention to not getting hit by it. And you can't jump through the floor here, like, I think you nearly can, but you can't quite go high enough. But that's okay, because there's treasure down here anyway. And once again, we have 3 minutes, well, it's been nearly 30 seconds since then, but we have 3 minutes to get out of this level. That's the length of a Eurovision song. You could put on a Eurovision song while you leave. And this is an example of the fatness power-up being used as a slow your ass down thing on the backwards pass. Now, we've not yet got the CD or the last chunk of thing, so... Care must be taken hither. I don't trust you. I believe there's a point around here where you should start rolling, but I'm not entirely sure where that is, because, as I said, this is a relatively... Oh, there we go. Relatively obscure level as far as I'm concerned. Okay, that was... Ah, no. No, 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 no. Okay, I think those are kind of your indication that, hey, asshole, maybe you should start rolling through here. Wait. Oh, fuck, we're gonna have to come back through here, then. This could be our first instance of seeing what happens when you let the timer tick down and go into taking away your money. Well, we'll just head through here. With any luck, this is just where the CD is. It is! So we 100%ed this level after all, never mind. I do wonder about that. There's a ledge to the bottom right in that. I wouldn't say the first room, because this is the first room, but that other room. There's like a load of rocks that you're supposed to roll through. I'm not entirely sure where the other side of that is. Off the top of my head, I mean, I might have gone past it in this very playthrough, but I don't know. We got a gold crown, we got all the collectibles, we got the key, the CD, all 4 of the things, and a gold crown, so I can't really complain. I mean, we completed that level as goodly as it needed completing, so that's good enough for a 100% run, which this isn't. Although I am very tempted to go back to the levels that I've not got gold crowns on, and gold crown them. Just because there's like 2 of those levels, and one of them is the first one in the game. But first, I have been, will continue to be about to spin the wheel again because we're only halfway through the episode, goddammit. Hello, Sapphire, my old friend. I fucking hate that song. But it hath demanded that we encroach upon the Sapphire Passage once again. Level Sapphire 4. Ostensibly the hardest in the game, because Sapphire Passage is, in general, the hardest one. Rude. But it certainly in the harder modes, it's easier than Fiery Cavern. Also, more fitting with the theme than Fiery Cavern. Pardon the fact that my voice went a bit peculiar there, because apparently my tongue and teeth are at war with each other, which almost sounds like, I don't know, like IKEA erotica. I remember having a discussion about that, I believe it was with Alex in one of the, I think it was probably in Dream Champ Tournament Versus, it was something like, he inserted rod A into her socket B and produced a C, or something like that. Just... I'm surprised they haven't done, like, an IKEA advert that's, like, 50 Shades of Grey according to IKEA. Or something. And it somewhat pleases me to know that the English pronunciation of IKEA is not the Swedish pronunciation, because, yeah, we're pissing off the Swedes the only way we know how, because... Well, the Swedes have something of a really vicious monopoly on Eurovision, which is hardly fair on the other participants. We can at least abuse their words. So, we could say that they'll be like, Nej, engelskan, det är Ikea! And then we're just like, shut the fuck up. Fight me, Sweden. I shall fight all of Sweden, that guy that hosts Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and a single P. Yeah, I'm so fancy, you already know. That is not even close to topical anymore. Wow. Now, should I go down there or should I go through here? You can't hurt me with your little axe cleaver munch caboodle. I'm sure there were some human words in there somewhere, but first there's a pipe. Ah yes, these things. You touch them, you get walked back to the start. Arbitrary as fuck, because... I don't know, they're... just coloured sections of wall, an arbitrary way of punishing you for fucking up. Although, this reminds me even more of Knuckles Chaotix. Like, these rooms, anyway, kind of remind me with the music and the background, what am I trying to say? But also, there are these flashing segments of wall. It reminds me of the tutorial segment of Knuckles Chaotix, because... There's the tutorial of that looks a lot like this. That's totally not foreshadowing of any kind. Did I need to bring the fuck to bring you down, or can I just boop you thusly? I could just boop you thusly. Works for me. Don't fall down there, please. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You can jump back up anyway. You can jump up and get down. I think. Come on. Hit me with that stick of your rhythm. Wario. Wario. Thank you. There you go. Now hit me. Hit me on the head. Piss me like one of your French girls is where my brain was going to go with that. So that's a thing that happened. Well, that was easy. Now, I believe there's, like, these stairs are things that can be fallen through if you're hit with this guy, hence why they got this guy at the top here. We can't go too far to the left because it's walled off, but... Okay, can you get back in here so you can actually hit me with your thing, please? I think there's something at the bottom here, because it's... Yeah, there we go. It's below a... Oh, right, there's a street light here. I was going to say, how do we get deformed out of that, but... There's a wall partway... There's a floor wall partway down that you have to use that to get through. And that's just a shortcut back to the start. Okay, well, we got that diamond, so it's good enough. Now, I do like the design of this level, because it's... You don't very often get hotel levels in video games, and I think this is a well-executed example of one of those. And okay, so we'll go back through there in a moment, but we want to see what's at the top of this room. Well, no, we know what's at the top of this room, but the room that connects to it, though? 401! Oh my goodness, it's like we're on the 3rd floor or something, because this level seems to treat the ground floor... Like the rooms that begin with 1 are on the ground floor for some reason. Now, hang on. How many times must I feel like if I... Okay, so... Boop. I'm having to do mental arithmetic, and it's not conducive to my happiness. No, I fucked it up! Be right back. Thank goodness for respawning enemies, eh? And we got the key! It did take me a moment to register that that definitely was a required puzzle. Also, I like how there are little maps on the walls in some of the rooms so that... yes, that's not realistic for a hotel, like, oh, you're in this room, here's a map of all the other rooms so you can be a creepy stalker person. But it is useful to know where all the stuff is. Oh, it's a staircase! Yay. But, yeah, this just... I don't know if I ever finished that tangent about how this is a really well-designed hotel level. Because for once, it's plausible. Because, yeah, hotel levels are rare. I feel like they probably only ever crop up in, like, first-person shooters where it's like, congratulations, you brutally murdered all the civilians in this scene. Do you feel proud about yourself? Because clearly that's the only way of compensating for a tiny penis. Call of Duty. Fight me, again. All of Sweden, the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, a single P, and the entire Call of Duty quote-unquote fandom, apart from Rabid Luigi, he's an acceptable individual. But, yeah. Just making all the enemies today. But... Anyway, throw this through a wall. I've just got sidetracked about my thinly veiled feather spitting. Oh, it's a hidden pipe. I feel like there's a metaphor in there for the fact that there's a hidden pipe conducive to making lots of money, and it's hidden in a hotel room. Just think about that for a moment. I don't know why I didn't get out of the way of that. The point is we need to get this asshole down here without killing him. So... Well, I mean, at least we can theoretically grind money like that, but we need to get him down here somehow. Just trying to think of how best do. Because if we get frozen by him, then we'll get launched through all those enemies, and then we'll get money for killing them. Oh, apparently he's permanently dead. Yay, we fucked up. Now, I'm just thinking, if those get out of the way just enough, then I could probably still... No, I can't... I could potentially... I'm trying to cheese this bonus room, because I fucked it up. No. No. Really? Really, game? Nope. This room cannot be cheesed. You get the basic principle of it. You get the basic principle of it, and we got some money out of it anyway, so... Can't complain. Now... still missing the CD and one of the things. But that's okay, because there's still a few rooms that we've not gone into. Okay, well, that's that sorted out. But yeah, we're still missing the CD, and there's at least one room we've not been in. I feel like there's more than one room that's demarcated, if that's a word, by the frog cat symbol, so... You know, we're by no means done with this level just yet, he says, even though we're getting close to approaching the end of the episode. Okay, that's the fold, so we'll come back in here in a moment. I think 403 is going to be our way back then? I might as well prepare it anyway. Room service and all that. I don't want to be on a non-solid platform, because this asshole's inevitably going to hit me. Right, we'll come back in here once we've hit the switch, because it's going to take far too long to get back from there, surely. Right, yes, I see already. I have to walk into you? You arse. You anal nugget. Get back here. Okay, we'll get up here, spawn you this way up, and then you can fat me and everything will be good and yes, and you can... See, I reiterate, how do apples make you fat? Now we'll just walk it off, because that's clearly how fatness works. And don't worry, you can't jump high enough to hit the bomb switch while you're in fat mode, just in case you felt like you were going to get some sort of disadvantage by accidentally hitting the switch whilst fat. Look how they've designed this portion of the room, there's no risk of that happening, because you can't jump high enough and you can't fall on top of it whilst fat. Because that would be some devious design right there, but got 4 minutes to get out of a hotel, which, to be fair, by all rights, it won't be that difficult. Assuming this arsehole can actually fucking aim. Here we go. Oh, away with us. Through the floor. Anything of value in here, or is it just a back cut? Have I ever explained the term back cut? It's a shortcut back. Genius, I know. Yeah, we'll just go this way, because this way I know will bring us next to this thing here, and then we can just sort of... Can we? I'm hoping we can. Come on. I feel like this isn't the recommended way down, but it's the way I'm going, so... Suck a lemon. Lemons! Okay, no, I've already made a joke of that caliber once this month. Now, can we sneak by this without accidentally completing the level? We can. All is well and good, and we can go into room 103, and just in case you weren't paying attention to the sign on the door, it's also color-coded, so you can tell, oh, it's the red door, so that's... Okay, how do we do this, then? And... There we go. See, this is something that I probably wouldn't have dared to do as a child, simply out of fear of, oh no, I don't want to run out of time, even though literally look at how much time we have left. We can definitely afford to do this, assuming, again, that these assholes can aim, and they can! Everything is delicious. I will say, I'm surprised, considering my memories of this game as a child, I'm surprised just how thorough I've been with this game, like, in terms of basically 100%ing every level up to this point, and getting no worse than a silver crown, unless I'm quite mistaken. So, this is going rather well. I'm surprised. Also, that's the silver Sapphire Passage done now, so... Next time we throw a Sapphire, yeah, another gold crown. Holy shit. Yeah, next time we roll a Sapphire, we're going to be fighting the boss. Yum yum. But I'm hoping that's not going to be for a while. And I could just put that into... I could just have a boss rush episode, but... you know what? If you made it this far in the video, just type in the comments what you think about that. Should I just, next time I throw Sapphire, go and fight the Sapphire boss? Or should I have a boss rush episode and adjust the wheel accordingly to take out Sapphire in the meantime? But I think between... I don't know, at some point off camera I'll go back and gold crown the levels that I've not yet gold crowned, which I think is just Fiery Cavern and the Hall of Hieroglyphs, but that's for me to worry about. I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode... Yes, in the next episode, fart. See you then.